This video is entitled Bid List, Print Estimates, Choose Print Format. The Choose Print Format button creates the work files and then launches the Print Reports utilities that is used to print a number of different reports. The form contains 2 pages of information that can be accessed by selecting the tabs and 2 toolbars for generating various additional reports. The top toolbar contains the following buttons. Print Preview. The Print Preview button will display a preview of any of the reports that are selected on the Reports tab. The Print button. The Print button will send any of the selected reports to the default Windows printer. The Supplier Exchange button will launch the Supplier Exchange interface and is covered under its own video. The Net Pricer button will launch the Net Pricer interface and will be covered under its own video. The Exit button will shut down the print module and return to the bid list. The bottom toolbar contains the following buttons. The first button prints the Job Start Cost Report. This report was created to allow a user to create a quick report that can be used for budgeting purposes. The next button prints a parts summarized by phase report. The report organizes all the parts into the rough, trim, and other phase groups and prints each of the groups. The next button prints the Abbreviated Bid Recap report. The Abbreviated Bid Recap can be printed in a preview format or directly to a printer for use, or it can also be printed into a file in PDF format. So if we select Preview and click OK, we get the report is a detailed bid form containing much of the information that an estimator can use to prepare a bid ready for submission. The next report is the Spreadsheet Interface report, which prepares the information from the estimate and sends it out to a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet has a front page where you can insert labor and material overheads and markups and profits. We can apply a bond or not apply a bond. It has tabs across the bottom to go into the cost code summary. It shows you the estimated breakouts and the breakout quote adjustments, so you could adjust the values. You have a labor worksheet where you can go in and say and create a scheduling report. Right now, if I put in 8 men, so now I have 8 men on the job. I mean 8 weeks of work, and I'm going to have 4.3 men on that job. Then I can go in and create a crew analysis report and assign that crew. Let's say I installed 1 journeyman and I put in 3.3 apprentices. I say my journeyman is going to earn $28 an hour in some places, and my apprentice will work $18 an hour. Yeah, right. 65% burden, 55% burden. So now I've created my crew analysis. There's my total crew labor. All of this information is being flowed back to the summary page. You can create as many of these. You can create a summary, a supervision, job expenses, quote analysis, and a bond table. So that's the summary worksheet. The next button will take me back to the breakout chart so that I can go and select a different group of breakouts to print. I'm not going to do that because I'm already in here and I need to go on and through and print the rest of these reports. The rest of this form is dedicated to printing a number of different reports. Before attempting to print any of the reports, we're going to analyze the Options tab. These are the options that are available to be applied to the reports. once I've selected options and the reports that I want to print, I can use the Save as Default button to save it and never have to come back in here and change it again. The page break at breakouts option would give me what it will print the estimate and on the three different reports, the bid takeoff details report, the bid takeoff details format 2 report, and the parts by breakout report. It will eject to the top of the page at every breakout, so that every breakout starts at the top of a new page. Office copy prints the overhead, markup, tax, and labor units that are going to be used on that were used during the creation of the report, and it will print the words office copy across the top. I'll show you a little bit about all of these. Totals only will it will only show me total and no details for any of the breakouts or the parts by account codes or parts by type of material. A public breakout chart does not show any markup information on the breakout chart. Do not print multipliers on the bid takeoff detail report, and on the details 1 and 2 reports will not print the multipliers or the labor levels for that item, so that you can use that to show somebody who you don't want to show the internal information from how you prepared the estimate. A print text file will print text files of some of the reports, and these are used by some of our customers to take it into accounting programs or scheduling programs. So going back to the reports page now, if I print the bid takeoff details, I can show you preview of that function, and I'm going to show you the bid takeoff details report. I won't show you all the reports. You can go through, and I would recommend that everybody go through and look at all the reports. But this information right here, the breakout multipliers, the count, the material cost multiplier, and labor hours multiplier, and the labor levels. And if you had line item multipliers in here as well, you may not want that to appear on a report that you wanted to give to somebody. So I'm going to go back out of here. I'll go back into options, and I'll check do not print multipliers. I'll go back and print that preview again, and you will see that it removes the multipliers and it removes the labor column from here. So you can show this to somebody that you don't want them to see that. If you print the office copy, I'm going to use the same report again. The office copy prints the labor level, material column, labor column, and labor rate used in the preparation of this estimate. And it has the words office copy so that you don't show this to somebody that you don't want to show it to. That's the office copy. Totals only, using the same report, print that same thing, will only show me totals, no detail. And I can remove this by removing that multiplier as well. So I can just have, if I go back out of here and do not print multipliers and print totals only, then I just have the information from each of the breakouts without any of the labor levels or material multipliers or any of that information. Okay. The vendor material list has options. You can print all the material list or just the rough list, the trim list, or the other list. The vendor quote sheet, the same thing, has a option. Many of our customers assign a vendor named not priced updated to all their items in their parts file that do not have UPC numbers, that are not updated electronically. That way they can show that information. This is the breakout chart, and I'll show you a couple of options with the breakout chart. The breakout chart, first of all, will show you all the labor burden, overhead, markups, and that information. It'll show you the breakout multipliers, and it's the only place where you will see bid notes. Now if I go back out of here and I go to the options and I print public breakout chart, I preview that one. It shows me none of that information that was at the top as to how it is, but it does have the breakout multipliers, and I can remove them by doing do not print multipliers. So I have just a sheet that shows me every breakout that was included in the preparation of this report. So those are the options from the print reports utility. We also have square foot analysis by product type, square foot analysis by account code, square foot analysis by breakout. Again, I recommend that everybody just use these features to go in and study how they want to prepare their estimates. The material list can be sent directly out as a PDF file. The vendor quote sheet can also be sent out a PDF file. And if you are in print preview and you are into the preview of that option, if you go to File, Save As, you can also save it as a rich text format, which will allow you to bring it into a Word document, or you can save it as a PDF file. So there's a lot of different ways of printing the reports. This concludes the Print Estimates Choose Print Format video.